make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
The possession lies with New York. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Leonard smothering D. Smith into the front court. They trailed by 1. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
Yeah, Paul George good on the quick release there.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
To George. Kawhi Leonard missed his first. That one goes.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss a shot. That's great defense.
Beverly. Off the assist.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Smith now into the front court. 10-6 our score. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Man, that was a tough shot.
That move right there, that seeps into the defender's psyche. Let's just hope his feelings didn't get hurt as well on that play.
Kawhi Leonard, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Smith to Julius Randle. From the painted area, won't go down. George. Fires the 3. Cleans it up. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Smith with the basketball. 5-point game. Oh, he had him there for a second. And a whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Kevin Knox. Lets it fly from long range. His first effort off the mark. Paul George to Leonard. Deep 2 there, won't go. To Marcus Morris. And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. Dennis Smith Jr. It's no good. Shots not going down. To Paul George. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Short jumper stays out.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Leonard to Beverly. From long range, never dare Patrick Beverly. Hits a wide open 3.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Coach of the Knicks signals for a timeout as he'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Smith now They'll take it from downtown. Let's see, Jay, if that wakes them up.
Yeah, that was a big-time three, but the most important possession is now, the one you're currently in. Don't focus on the next play, but focus on the present.
Dennis Smith Jr. with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
And scores.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
Oh, he had it. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle. Mitchell Robinson sends it away. That ends the first quarter. The Clippers are out in front. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Smith to Julius Randle. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul. Leonard. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Smith. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Leonard knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for the Knicks, number 6.
Smith to Kevin Knox. To Dennis Smith Jr. Beyond the arc for three. Kevin Knox forced that one. Well defended. Oh, you can't do that.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Leonard. He drills the three. Knicks with the basketball. Smith to Payton. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's a forced shot from Elfrid Payton. Off the mark. To Beverly. Here's a chance from long range, and Patrick Beverly plays with so much confidence. Zero hesitation, knocks it down.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
The shot missed by Smith. George to Williams. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Has a chance? Not that time. To Beverly. 4-3. Had made his first three, but that shot off the mark. The follow won't go either. Fires the three. Tough shot. Well defended. And stuffs it home.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Taj Gibson. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Count it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Slams it home on the putback. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
George, yes, give the advantage to the shooter. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
And hits the first free throw.
For the New York Knicks, number 6.
Goes 2 for 2. To Leonard. For three, he continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Smith on the drive, but his shot won't fall. To Leonard. Gets to the basket and scores.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Even to Zubats. Tips it. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Leonard. It's been a good night from beyond the arc. He's 5 of 6 from deep.
It's called room and rhythm, Ed. If you don't crowd him defensively, you allow him to have room, he will find that rhythm from behind the arc.
Little R&R has never hurt anybody, Jay. George. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip, and when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
Rocking the rim.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Smith with it up top. Down a bundle. Has a look. Shot by Smith. Off the mark. Kawhi Leonard. Guarded by Gibson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Add 2 points to the board.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Leonard. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
He gets it.
Ed, 2 years ago, I was sitting in the draft room absolutely shocked that Dennis Smith went at 9 in the draft. And when I think about this young man's game, he is just scratching the surface of what he can do. He finished tied for 4th among rookies in scoring last season, and I guarantee you his game is going to continuously go to different levels.
Knocked loose. The Clippers have it. Paul George. Knicks come away with it. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
For the Clippers, number 23, Louis Williams.
Dennis Smith Jr. And it's Zubats with the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
George buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Elfrid Payton against George. Fires the three. Can't connect. To George. Strong finish for Paul George.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
To Payton. Lets it fly from long range.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Off the mark on the first free throw. Second and 3. Got it. To Leonard. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
Throws it down.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Catch up, baby.
Jermichael Green. Huge block.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Julius Randle. Runner here won't go down. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Lays it up and in.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Possession lies with New York. Payton. from long range. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Mitchell Robinson snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Beyond the arc for three. Steps out and hits.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Count the basket at the rim.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Trying to cash in. Leonard. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
That ends the third quarter. It's been all Clippers so far. The Knicks to inbound here to start the fourth quarter. They're looking up at a big margin. And that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A-plus game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
Julius Randle rejects it. Turnover gives them the possession. Not that time.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
To Kevin Knox. Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. So the Knicks keep possession. Kevin Knox. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not that time. He misses. Leonard. To Paul George. Here's a chance from long range. Off the iron. No good. To Julius Randle. Defense making the ball carrier work. Randle. And the basket good at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
George. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
George to Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Nice finish at the rim.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Has a chance. Smith shot, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
And finishes strong. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
George. He engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Hayden, the pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Count the basket.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First try, no good. Missed the second, 0 for 2. Can't connect from in close. Great pass to set it up. Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
It's a big finish.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Hayden to Dennis Smith Jr. Five on the shot clock. Smith on the drive, but his shot won't fall. Terrific vision. Beverly. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Down for...
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. 4-3. Won't go down. Offensive rebound. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Fires the three, drills the three.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. To Dennis Smith Jr. Nice pass to set things up.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Timeout called here by the Clippers. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Leonard. That right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Hayden with the basketball. His guys down big. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. It'll stay Clipper basketball. George, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
And the nice finish at the rim. Deep three at the buzzer. Oh, how about that? A three at the buzzer. It's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over.